There seems to be a need for sports talk
Money,
in the Bay
that's all I
Area.
ever hear in this house.
I'm Jake Lucas. I'm with Dave Greenstein and Joe Starkey.
Jake, I'm going to interrupt you real quick. What the hell is our podcast called?
So we're called Hum Daddies because we're Giants fans that have kids. So we're not babies, we have babies. Hum Daddies, get it? All right.
Jones takes a shot. It is Pearsall. Did he hold on? He did. It's McCaffrey off the fake. Jones floats it. Hughes check. Touchdown. First of the day. Winning drive. And he dumps it off for Christian McCaffrey with room to run. Here comes McCaffrey. Done a half dozen times before and win the game with his leg. Sweeps it. Delivers it. And San Francisco is in first place. They win it at the Horn.
Hey everyone, welcome to Hum Daddies. The Niners are 3-0, but Nick Bosa is out for the year. Thoughts?
Horrible. Season is on the line.
You know, I just want to say this. Nick Bosa is a great American. That's why I'm wearing this. No, but anyway, this really sucks. And the American flag shouldn't be offensive, you know, whatever party you're associated with. So I'm going to wear this tank. Let my guns go.
That tank is offensive because
Put it
it's
away.
not reflecting your team of choice.
But the Niners were America's team at one point. And I guess they weren't called that. But in the 80s, they were pretty popular. You know, a lot of people like the Niners. This is my guy right here. Okay. Out for the year. He's probably our best player.
No, Fred Warner's our best player, but Bosa's our most
It's
talented
kind of an
player.
argument, though. It's like it's not.
Kittle's pretty good. CMC's pretty good. We got a lot of good players.
CMC might be the best player.
Yeah.
That's fair. But yeah, it sucks, guys. He's a big part of what we do defensively. Him and Solid together were great. I don't know what we're gonna do. I need Dave to give me a theory.
You're going to have to hope that someone steps up on defense that we don't know about, and it's going to be by committee too. But, I mean, this kind of an injury this early in the season, it's like a knife that just turned. It was already kind of in us, creeping in as the injuries were continuing to just make us all wallow in pain. The only bright side is that we've got 3 wins under our belt, and we got, 14 to go, and hopefully we can, get 8 or 9 of those, and there's a resurgence. We hope that somebody comes out of the woodwork. They become a great defensive end all of a sudden. They're inspired. Who knows?
Great game
But
from Mikel.
I'll tell you this much. This defense was awesome on Sunday. There certainly was a couple of mistakes here and there, but generally, the Niners D is dope. And the young guys are just, they're coming out there hitting. Upton Stout was making plays.
Oh yeah, man! That defensive third down long. Great.
Ripped it out of his hand. Winters is hitting everybody.
Away. Sorry.
Ugh. Why are we watching the Giants?
Watching the Giants, guys. I still believe, but yeah.
So it's going to be by committee this defense, but I'm not as worried about the defense. Honestly, the reality is it's up to the offense now. The offense needs to become something special. And we got a lot of season left to see that happen. We need some guys to get healthy and stay healthy. We can't have CMC go down, period. We just can't, knock on wood. If that happens, then, this Warriors shtick is happening.
D-Rob is a stud. So I'm hoping Shanahan kind of wakes up and splits carries, to save reps because you don't want McCaffrey hurt again. You can't keep feeding him. When everyone in the stadium knows what's going to happen, you can't keep doing the same exact thing over and over. And they tend to do that with CMC.
It's coming. I think the defense won us the first 3 games, and I think it's time for the offense to just go bananas here once we get Kittle back, keep CMC healthy, and hopefully Purdy can get a rhythm, get Demarcus Robinson back, Pearsall keep chugging. I mean, I think this is going to have to become an offensive team. I know the young defense has been playing great. Got guys like Winters playing well. Mikael Williams looking good. The defense looks fine, but I don't think without that pass rush, Bosa's holding up two guys on that end, and I just don't see how what Bryce Huff is going to replace that. That's just not going to happen.
Looked
So
pretty good, though.
We're going to have to score more points than 15.
Yes, that's for sure. But I mean, we didn't have any weapons at all this last week. We were missing our entire offense, so
it's been a Christmas miracle that we're 3-0.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. We've been the most injured team in the NFL, probably, right?
Up there. Although the Cardinals took some beatings in this game as well, so there's a lot of injuries.
You know who took a beating, Dave?
The San Francisco Giants against your LA Dodgers.
Me. I put 6 months of mortgage payments on the Niners game. 1.5 favorites. 1.5 point favorites. They won by 1 point.
Fool's gold.
6 months or more. I bet $20K on that.
No.
Did you now?
No. This is what happens when we start talking about Jake's betting. Now,
Jake's gambling problem.
No, I did not bet that much, but that was a bad beat. The safety.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
All right, that's enough.
No. But yeah, that was a very bad beat.
All right.
That's fun.
Let's talk not about the past. Let's move on to the future here. What's next for the Niners? We talked about this last week.
Want to dive into that very low scoring, boring game?
I do.
One of the most boring games I've ever seen. Really slow, clunky.
I thought it was a great game.
Yeah, actually, it was pretty entertained. Pearsall was out of this world. The guy was running all of those 10 to 20 yard routes up the seam. I mean, he was finding, and it opened it up for him on the deep passes. It was pretty incredible really to see Pearsall. Sure. Mac Jones dropping in the bucket. I mean, he had that one pick, and I don't know if you saw his the video of him talking about his throw, where he in essence said, "I threw it right at the guy." Of course, he picked it off, kind of undermining his bad pass. But it was one bad pass. Other than that, he was pretty on the money, and I was very impressed.
Bad pass. But yeah, you mentioned that Pearsall catch 4th and 2. I think they hit like a 35-yarder to Pearsall, just like one-on-one coverage. Let's go. Who's going to catch it? And Mac Jones is just fearless. That last drive he had, I don't know him and Shanahan. But the confidence that Mac Jones has, he was just orchestrating. He was a maestro out there. He was hitting CMC with a great screenplay. I think he hit Kendrick Bourne. I think he was distributing to everybody. He just looked like he was totally in control.
Yeah.
I heard Steve Young say that Shanahan is the best coach at coaching up a quarterback. He said, yeah, you can have your issues with his in-game management like I do. But in general, he is a great coach for a quarterback to have that's been struggling earlier in their career. He just kind of thrives, or he makes a quarterback thrive on what, their best skills are, and really brings that out in him. And I see that in Mac Jones.
Well, just a gutsy effort by this team. Gutsy effort by Mac Jones.
Sorry, guys, just real quick. Giants bullpen is garbage.
Oh, breaking news.
Okay. What? Really?
It's a joke.
Come on. We've been talking about this. This is why you got to get a setup man and a closer in the offseason.
Tell everyone about your league, your pick'em league that I'm in and Dave's in.
So I have this baseball league where we all pick overs or unders for all 30 baseball teams. So you're assigned San Francisco Giants. I think we're 79.5. So you either pick over or under, and you pick over or under for every team. Get a few bonus points and everything. Your confidence picks. Anyway, so we got 18 guys, and the pot's pretty nice. And Jake's got an outside shot, but he needs the Giants to win, I think, 3 of their last 6.
Yeah.
And he needs Kansas City to do well. How did Kansas City do today?
They didn't play today, I don't think.
Oh, they didn't play today. Okay. No. Well, he needs Kansas City to win 5 of the next six games to be in the money. Otherwise.
Let's go.
Yeah.
He's got Bo.
Roy yells. I'm Carrot Top today, guys. Go Montana. Anyway, and Mac, going back to Mac Jones, he the way he talks about like Brock Purdy too is really refreshing. He says, "I can't wait till he's healthy and comes back and leads the team." I mean, he says all the right things as well as making all the not all
because he knows his job isn't in San Francisco. His job is to play as well as he can, talk everybody up, be a good team leader, and then get a contract hopefully next season or whenever he can be traded for it. Like it's just value add right now. Like Purdy's got a 5-year, 6-year deal. Like he's not stepping in for Brock Purdy unless Brock Purdy gets absolutely slammed and injured, which with this Niners team, it's possible. So he's
that happens
of
all
course,
the time.
of course he's gonna please everybody. But the best thing he can do is continue to pass the way he's passing and orchestrate the offense until Purdy's back, which hopefully is next
Darnold
weekend.
Model for sure.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold.
Right, get paid. I mean, this Max got some moxie. He's played some big games out there in Alabama, but he is just not afraid of the moment. And he won us this acquisition of what's his name? It won us 2 games. Like Adrian Martinez isn't winning those last 2 games. Just regular backup quarterback is just not going to win us 2 games. So the Mac Jones thing is just a godsend, really.
You know what it is, though? Back to your concept there, Jake, about Shanahan being this great sculptor of a quarterback and instilling confidence. What he's really done is he said, if you're a quarterback in the NFL, come join the 49ers as a backup, and I'll ensure that you I propel your career to wherever it could potentially go. So if you're a backup quarterback in the NFL, don't you want to be on the San Francisco 49ers? So we should have a good backup every year of Brock's career. And if we don't...
Yeah, it's like the quarterback who's had a falling out or a plummeting to hell kind of thing. Like Sam Darnold was left for dead, and he saved his career basically. Shanahan and the Niners saved his career, and he had.
Unfortunately, Trey Lance is not part of that group.
No, he's not. I mean, he was drafted to start, and he wasn't a high profile backup. Shanahan's sweet spot is the high-profile backups who kind of shit the bed when they started their career and got thrown to the wolves early. I'd like to see Shanahan with Alex Smith back in the day. That would have been a pretty cool fit.
Oh, dude, that's a great call. I love that.
He would probably utilize all of Smith's, pros, eliminate the cons.
Man,
he said he had Singletary.
That hurt my brain thinking about it. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah, instead of Singletary and Mike Nolan and whoever the hell,
So we got Harbaugh. Yeah.
Harbaugh, threw him to the wolves.
Harbaugh's doing things in San Diego this year.
Yeah, special. I had San Diego actually parlayed with the Niners, but Niners killed that one.
So Joe, can you take us through some of the other key players in this game?
Actually, they're LA. I'm sorry, not San Diego.
Well, I mean, I don't think we should sleep on Christian McCaffrey, 140 all-purpose yards. 52 on the ground, 88 in the air. It's just some real. I mean, the guy's a stud.
He touched the ball like 28 times or something.
I think we kind of overlook him a little bit.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah,
and he had 30 something in the opener.
We are riding that horse into the sunset. This is also what I'm thinking.
We may have, but he's just not getting enough credit for what he's doing. He's a maniac.
I think people who know ball know he's amazing. But
well, yeah, if you got a fancy team, you know about Christian McCaffrey.
Well, yeah, but he's so overused, man. It's
it's all to set up the other players though, because you have Christian McCaffrey, wherever you throw him, it draws the gravity like a Steph Curry, and then you get wide open looks for other guys who aren't necessarily as good. So it's what a gift to Pearsall.
So I was thinking, they were down the goal line before that 4th and goal play where they went to McCaffrey for a sweep. I was like, oh, put Brian Robinson in and run it up the gut. But then you think about it, and why would you want to have Brian Robinson in there when you know what he's going to do? He's going to go right up the middle. It's all he can do.
No, that's not all he can do.
Well, I mean,
that's all they've used him for.
Yeah, Shanahan's.
But when you have CMC in there, you don't know what's going to happen.
He's a very talented
It's harder to defend.
They need to use him more.
I'll ask this question. I haven't seen a lot of split backs or having both Robinson and McCaffrey on the field at the same time. I think we talked about this early on. That's what we were all hoping to see.
I wanted that. Yeah,
I think that's.
I've seen it a couple times, but not.
I'm curious if maybe Shanahan's like building up those plays and saving them for later and not using them right now. But at the same time, I don't know why he would do that. It seems like a dynamic you want to get that early and get Robinson a lot of touches so that you can save CMC's legs for late in the season.
That always drives me nuts when broadcasters say they're saving those plays for the playoffs.
Stop with the throwing up. No, I don't like it.
Sorry,
No.
that was.
That's Woody, right?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right, Jake.
Another guy who played really well is Eddie Money.
Yes, he was the hero of the game, really. I mean,
51-yarder.
Yes.
He had
He was great
a
again.
game winner. He looked like a professional after the safety, kicking in the right spot. He looks like he's a real pro. Nice to have you, Daddy Money.
He's just a professional kicker, you know, and we haven't had that for a few years because we drafted some
love his energy
case Michigan nut job in the 3rd round.
Okay, I'm going to put this out there now, Jake. I'm going to give you the Shanahan take early on in the season. I think all of these injuries are starting to add up a little bit into a calculation, which is if you're Shanahan and you lose all of these players and you figure out a way to go, let's just say 12-5, and you can talk to the GM, or not the GM, you can talk to the owner and say, look what I had all year and look what I did with it. How could you ever fire me? I am the greatest thing that you've ever been gifted. I think that is where we're headed this season.
No one should ever fire Kyle Shanahan. They should just like demote him or get like a game manager, like assistant head coach in there to kind
make him what he is, an offensive coordinator. Is what you're saying?
He's He's a glorified offensive coordinator.
I think he's a play designer more than the coordinator. I mean, we had this talk on like our first podcast, which everyone has listened to. I'm sure, like thousands of people. But yeah. He's a great schemer, great play designer, in the moment, in game. He's one of the more mediocre coaches I've ever seen. So offensive coordinators have to call plays to fit whatever moment they're in. I don't think he's great at that. I think he's great at scheming and play designing.
Well, I just don't think now is the time to disparage Kyle Shanahan.
No,
He's
I agree.
stuck out 3 really good wins. And you know what I think is working for Shanahan?
Mac Jones.
His defensive coordinator.
Yes.
Saleh is just a great yin and yang to whatever Shanahan is good at. Saleh just handles the rest of it. I think it's perfect.
Absolutely. And that's why I'm not as bummed with the Bosa thing, because Saleh's there, you know, and last couple of years we've had a bunch of clowns.
I mean, I don't know how we're going to pull a rabbit out of our ass with, Bryce Huff replacing.
I mean, look at D. Winters. It's possible. You could find a young guy that we drafted in the 6th round or something, and
I mean,
you never know.
Contrary to popular belief, I don't think the 49ers are really have that great of depth. I think they have a lot of good upfront talent and some decent young players that they've acquired. But like, look at the backup running backs and wide receivers. It gets pretty thin pretty quick.
Well, that's because, I mean, no team has that kind of depth.
They don't. There's only so much talent
injured
to go around, only so much money to go around, and we spend it at the top of our roster.
Right.
And,
but I think we've had a knack for developing like middle round draft picks on defense over the years.
Oh my God, yes.
I mean, Fred Warner and Greenlaw were like, what, 3rd, 4th rounders? I think Warner was a 4th rounder.
You know what we don't talk about that doesn't get as much love as he should is Lenore, cornerback.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah,
Nobody
Lenore.
throws at him.
No one's throwing at him. Yeah, he is that good of a shutdown
like
corner right now.
Yeah, he's a lockdown dude, and
Lenore Island out there.
Was he an All-Pro last year? He was at least a Pro Bowler. I think he might have made 3rd team All-Pro, but either way, because Hufunga's not there anymore as a safety, and the DBs are kind of they change a lot because you had Tart, you had Ward, Mooney Ward also at corner, and they're interchangeable with the
DBs are very similar to the running back as far as longevity. You got to have that super fast first step. And as you get older, you get into your 29, 30, and it's hard to have that extra bounce.
Yeah.
And how about Fred Warner? He wins the game he has a game-winning play every week.
Dude is amazing. The ball down. Dude is amazing. I mean, I don't like the numbers like aesthetically on defense. I'm more of a like this. I don't like that much. 97, 54, But that's someone whose jersey I just might be wearing soon. 54.
Warner is starting to look like maybe the greatest linebacker of all time for the Niners. If he keeps this up, I'll put that in the conversation. Seriously, he is starting to really push the push the envelope there in the conversation. He's in the conversation for the Niners.
Have some of the best linebackers in the history of the game in general. I mean,
I don't say that without knowing.
In his prime, is one of the best linebackers ever.
I 100% agree.
Keena Turner.
Gary Plummer.
Yeah. For real. Lee Woodall.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, these guys, it's Patty Willis is where it starts.
Ken Norton.
Ken Norton was good, but yeah, he was a Cowboy for a while.
Yeah, but he was on the
for
Niners
too long.
For quite a while.
He had three Super Bowls in a row.
Yeah.
Who was the dude with the huge neck? He was on the Bengals, I think. Takeo Spikes.
Oh, big neck. You're right, Takeo.
He was really good.
If only we had Suggs. Of course, he was more of a defensive end, but he could.
So what's happening this weekend, guys? Who they play next?
No idea. Just this long-haired blonde guy who enjoys parties in Florida, I think.
The Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll be there.
Jacksonville. Yeah. It's my first trip to Santa Clara. Might be my last. I've heard a lot of war stories about it, but hey.
In general or to the Niners stadium?
To the Niners stadium.
I've never been to the South Bay myself.
What a shithole. No, love the South Bay. What a great place to be. It's built on top of a landfill.
I actually really am not a big fan of the South Bay, but, to each their own.
We're going to change that this weekend. We're going to have a hell of a time.
I actually thought the Niners atmosphere is pretty good there. The Niners games aren't that bad there. The thing that sucks is that Candlestick, they said the parking was hard and to get in and out of the parking lot was too much of it took too long. Levi's takes longer. Shit takes forever. It took me an hour to get to the game and then an hour to get into the parking lot. So it was a 2-hour adventure. Just saying.
That doesn't sound very good.
I'm forever bitter that they moved down there to Santa Clara. It's like not the center of the Bay Area. It's not San Francisco. It's just, I don't know. I guess there's money down there, but geez Louise, it just doesn't feel right. It's so far away.
To be fair, that is where they've
their
camp, their training camp and their practice.
Training camp's been there for forever. It's true.
But
there's a ton of money down there. It's right in the middle of Silicon Valley.
But there's nothing around there. It's like a big strip mall, basically. It's pretty gross.
It just feels disingenuous to call them the San Francisco 49ers when they're down in
45 miles away.
Great America.
That's a thing, with a lot of teams. The Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, they're in Arlington, I think.
It's football.
It's New York Jets and New York Giants both play in a different state called New Jersey.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Both of them.
It's fleeting, the sport of the NFL and the city you belong to. I don't really buy it as much as I do baseball and hoop, which have much more of a local presence. You can be a fan anywhere. What do you get? 8 home games?
Yeah.
Sometimes 9. All right, I'm going to ask you this question. We got Jacksonville coming up. They look very beatable. You never know with this 49ers team.
Had a great chance to score there, and they didn't do it.
We'll get to the Giants. Let me get through this question.
We're in the 9th inning, Dave. This is very pressing.
No, the Giants' season is over. If the Niners, let's say, put it out there. Let's say the Niners can come out of this week with a win somehow again. I don't know how. You got the Rams on the road and Tampa Bay on the road. Is it stupid to think that you might just sit all of your stars down for 2 straight weeks and just see what happens, but rest them up and not risk injury? And I only bring this up because the same exact thing happened Game 1 against the Minnesota Timberwolves, where Steph Curry played. They won a game, and it felt like maybe we should just they played a long series. Maybe we should just rest the game too. Just rest everybody. Who cares? Let's go back home 1-1, a little healthier. And they didn't. And what happened? Curry blows his hamstring. Season's over. So I asked that question because of that concept. We've got this big lead on wins. If we could get a 4th, why not just
big lead on wins?
Yeah,
One game.
What do you mean? We have 3 wins.
Yeah, but the Rams are
the
one game behind
very
it.
Competitive. Everyone has wins in the.
Yeah, but it's a road game. You can.
Okay, first of all, there's not a chance in hell the Niners will sit their star players if they're able to play. That's not a thing.
What about
And
load management? Like maybe not sit him, but maybe only you're running McCaffrey 5 times that game.
Yeah, maybe you have a Brian Robinson game. That's
Yeah,
what we're
that would
talking
be
about.
great.
Maybe.
I mean, Shanahan did that with like Mostert and Coleman, and who was the other dude? 24 something junior. Remember him? Michael.
Junior.
Anyone? Do you remember the 49ers in like 2019 against the Packers? 3 different guys had like 15 carries and they ran a ton. Anywho, there used to be a committee of backs, but since McCaffrey's such a star and such a stud, Shanahan just really loves to ride that guy into the ground. And
I also
Robinson
think
is
it's time
actually,
to. Yeah, he's good.
I've watched his whole career. I'm a big fan of that guy, so I was really juiced when the Niners got him, and they're not utilizing him at all. I mean, it's kind of sucks to see, but hey, you're winning, so I guess I can't.
I'm giving Trent Williams 2 weeks off if the Niners beat Jacksonville.
Yeah.
At least load managing that guy so he's on the field a lot less.
Maybe Tampa Bay, I suppose, but the Rams is the other one, right?
Yeah. We play the Rams and then we play Tampa
That's
Bay.
the golden ticket, Dave. That's who we're trying to beat. That's who we're trying to beat all season long. We're not going to give them a game.
And Shanahan has McVay's number in the regular season, at least.
Fair enough. Then
it's like, the Giants are playing the Dodgers, and there's 3 games left in the season, or whatever, 10 games left in the season.
Let's sit
and you're just gonna sit your starters for that game.
It was a question to lead to this. I wanted a reaction. I got it. We're not going to sit against the Rams. We're going to play everybody. I just wanted to be cognizant of let's not further knock ourselves down at the knees because we seemingly don't know how to manage our health at all. And I'm kind of tired of watching all of our best players die on the field when it's early in the season. And if we've got...
It's going to happen eventually. Might as well get it out of the way.
I'd rather them go down to the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl, which is where they usually go down and ruin our hopes and dreams. Not this early.
Well, Bosa went down week 3, I think that was, in 2020, the year after that 2019 Super Bowl. Remember, everyone got hurt
at
the Meadowlands?
He was out for the year with a right knee injury or something.
Yeah. This is Bosa's, I think, 4th ACL tear.
Oh, what?
Is this career ending? This is a problem.
He had one in high school. It's
not like you're getting Tommy John for these things.
I thought they put in artificial ligaments or something. But
maybe they got to go get a horse ligament and throw it in there.
He has too much torque. He's just too much of a beast. But yeah, him and his brother are kind of injury prone. That's always
Jake. You got the jersey right there, Bo Jackson. That's how he got his career-ending injury. He ripped his own hip out of his socket because he was too strong for his body.
I watched that game. I was watching that game live against the Bengals. That was just brutal.
Me too. I just got a Christmas tree. I was like 5 years old from the Martinez farm with the trees and stuff, and that game was on when we were setting it up. I remember it vividly as a 5-year-old, I believe.
I don't think
Bo Jackson.
All of a sudden, Bo Jackson is not getting up.
Bo Jackson never worked out a day in his life.
Yeah, so they say. Yeah, Ricky Henderson too used to say that, and then Jimmy Rollins tells the story of seeing Ricky lifting weights like in the clubhouse, and no one was supposed to know. Bo hit 20+ jacks on the White Sox after he had a hip replacement, which is pretty amazing.
One of the greatest athletes of all time.
Yeah.
And I don't think he ever rushed for 1,000 yards because he only played like half the games because he was playing baseball.
And he cared about baseball more, right? He was kind of the opposite of Dion in that way, where baseball always took precedence for him, right?
I'm not totally. I just think he kind of
divided it up more.
Yeah, divided it up, had like equal commitment to the two teams. But yeah, you look at his stats; it's like 10 games, 900 something yards, and 5.5 yards a carry. I mean, just a stud.
But his clips were just otherworldly.
Yeah, I love watching him. That thing where he breaks the bat over his thigh after he strikes out, just snaps it like a twig.
I think the best one was when he
like
ran
a
up
twig.
the wall.
With what?
When he ran up the wall, he caught the ball in the outfield, went up the warning track, and just ran up the side of the wall. Yeah.
Was that at the All-Star game or something?
No, but the All-Star game, he led off the game with a home run, and then Wade Boggs, I think, went back-to-back or vice versa.
Yeah. There you go.
It's back when I was a young buck watching every minute of those All-Star games.
Dude, yeah. Late 80s, early 90s baseball, that's the shit.
Pretty sure it was the Big A in Anaheim.
That's where that game took place.
Yeah, 1990 maybe, and that's when they would wear their own uniforms. And then we got that stupid idea of let's make a new All-Star uniform. What a horrible idea.
No, what was Bo wearing, the white or the powder blue?
He must have been wearing the white because it was in Anaheim.
Makes sense. Okay.
And now a message from our sponsor. Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Simon Knight can help you focus on what you can control. Give him a call at 510-365-2371. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Nice. Yeah, hit up Simon.
Our friend Simon, is he just saying pick Google as a stock, or is he just saying you need to diversify your portfolio?
Get some of that NVIDIA stock too while you're at it.
Get all that. It's an NVIDIA. I'd like some NVIDIA. Simon, can you do that for me?
My brother got on that pretty early. Lucky bastard. Vanguard also pays off after a while, but
we are the daddies, so I think Simon Knight could set you up with a nice 529 fund.
Okay.
You got to get a 529 going. Got to make sure those kids can see college, if you believe in college, depending on which side of the parties you sit. Okay, let's move on.
Hold on. No, really quick. I want to say Simon Knight's a lot better at stock tips than Joe Flannery is at betting tips.
Fair enough. Well, should we talk about our lovely San Francisco Giants? We want to do a little daddy talk.
Fuck! Sorry.
Well, I think we're talking about the Giants there.
One out left. Anyway, yeah, so I'm sorry, guys. I'm committed to this game right now. It's very...
He's committed to mid.
Well, no, I technically need 3 wins. So this is... not, despite the playoffs.
What I'm trying to tell you is... The San Francisco Giants are on their way to an 81-81, if they're lucky, year season. The last 10 games, a few days ago, they were 5-5. The last 150 games, a few days ago, they were 75-75.
Was that a real stat? I think
200 games. Last 200 games, they were 100 and 100. It goes on and on until last 500 games, 250 and 250. Yeah.
There's no way that was a real stat, Dave.
They're cherry-picked dates, though.
They are cherry-picked dates. It's baseball. Usually things even out.
Their last 500 games, they were 250 and 250. Their last 250 games, they were 125 and 125. Their last 100 games, they were 50 and 50. Do you know the probability of that actually being true? I really doubt that was a real stat.
Well, I'm not doing the research. I don't know if you are, but
I won't be counting.
Go ask GYP.
Yeah.
GYP is on it.
I call bullshit. Like the second I saw that, I was like, "This."
But I will say, the years when the San Francisco Giants were winning World Series, 2010 made the postseason, 2011 didn't make the postseason, 12 made the postseason, 13 didn't make the postseason. They were actually pretty crummy to below average in the years they didn't make the playoffs. So if you look at the whole breadth of that dynamic, we won 3 World Series. They were pretty average over the course of those seasons if you add them together. If you look at Bochy's record as a San Francisco Giants manager over all the regular seasons, it might be a losing record.
It was a very strange kind of pattern they had. They were not good.
No.
I think a big part of that in 11 was because Buster got his knee blown out.
It's why I refer to them as the dynasty dogs, because they were always the underdog, even though they had this kind of claim to a dynasty of winning 3 World Series in 5 years.
There's just so much magic involved in the World Series years. I mean, a big part of them declining was Lincecum kind of all of a sudden falling off a cliff, but somehow he kind of came up with big games when it mattered in those special years. Otherwise, those. He had like 5 ERAs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
In a couple of those years. And Matt Cain kind of fell off, too, later on. I think Mad Bum was the only kind of consistent pitcher out of the whole, all those guys.
So what happened this year? We had it. We lost it. We had it. We lost it. it all came down to that game 2 against the Dodgers, in my opinion, where we're up 4-0 with Logan Webb on the mound, and then all of a sudden, the season was over.
Overrated.
I think the season was lost a lot earlier than that. Because they had a nice little run there, but the thing is, there were so many fits and starts. The epitome of an average team, 500 all the way, but they're not 500 all the way. They're winning like 10 games in a row, and then they're losing 10 games in a row.
They're either one of the 2 or 3 best teams in the league or one of the 2 or 3 worst. They're so streaky. And, since I watch them so often and closely, I would say they go the way Devers goes, honestly. He's such a streaky hitter. And when he got hot, the team got super hot, and he kind of put him on his back, and everyone got confidence, and he was just hitting jacks, it seemed like damn near every day. And he's been in a huge drought the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and that's how the team's going. So
I'll tell you the day I think they lost the season. They were really hot, and they were playing the Rockies, and they were just kind of out muscling them at the end. They had like kind of a miracle win, and then they had a game where they had I think runners in scoring. What was it? Oh, the Rockies came back. They were up like 1 run, and then the Rockies came back off of air. Schmidt was playing third base.
Yeah.
He committed that air. That was a lot of momentum they had right there, and they should have beat the damn Rockies. And it kind of fell apart right after that. And then they ended up having to sell, and then they ended up losing to like the Marlins, and they ended up losing to like Pittsburgh later on in that.
Yeah, they got swept by the Marlins at home.
That was such a bad series. That was, it's tough to swallow.
They're so streaky. They didn't really have an identity for most of the year until recently. I think after Devers kind of settled down, and also they got, when the pressure was off because it seemed like they had no chance at the playoffs, they started playing good. I guess because they're not good under pressure.
Well, also, what was their identity this year? First half of the year, they were a bullpen team, bullpen and defense, and then
best bullpen
pitching.
in the league. Now you can't.
And
trust
then
anyone
and then the
anymore.
second half of the year, they're just the Bronx Street Bombers.
Yeah, they went from one of the most miserable offenses I've ever seen to breaking records, like Giants records on offense. It didn't make any sense. Like no one could. You can't put a finger on any of it, dude.
I kind of have this hope and a dream because the Giants have always been kind of this happy, fun kind of, especially the way they market them. Happy, it's fun. We're the Giants. I kind of want a bad boys Giants team. Like I want like some guys, like I want our pitchers throwing at people. I want more fights. I kind of want like a spirited bunch of bruisers coming out and trying to beat the shit out of you with baseball bats. I just want to see that for a few years.
You want Dibble
to become
and
like the way they got hot when they protected Devers. They went on a streak. Like that was part of their whole identity at the point. And I just want them to be that identity. That's my hope for next season. They just turn into a bruiser group that talks a lot of shit, even if they can't necessarily stand up for it all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole approach of the team, though, is they're made to be streaky. Like, I love watching Devers and Adames when they're hot. When they're not hot, they don't change their approach in 2-strike counts. They strike out all the goddamn time. And it's kind of indicative of baseball in general today. There's just so many strikeouts. Everyone's, trained to get the right launch angle, and there's no actual approach adjustment hitting anymore.
So Bryce Eldridge joins the San Francisco Giants against Arizona on
Another
September
strikeout
15th.
machine. 1
for 17 with 7 Ks in his major league debut. Although his one hit was a 3-run double, base clearing. But I'll say this. Did Posey bring him up too soon? Does it matter? At this point, I feel like it's better to at least expose the guy. There's no pressure. Just go out there, literally try some things out, whatever. I think it's fine at this point to have brought him up, and I think that overall is probably a good decision for the Giants.
I think he proved what he had to prove in AAA. It's time to get his feet wet. Let's see what the boy can do, get him ready for next year.
I heard Fleming talk about him, and he was like, he didn't want him to come up because he said there's still like a huge hole in his swing. Like when he does connect, he hits the shit out of the ball, but he strikes out all the time, and he has, his game's still flawed, and he's really young. But I didn't mind Posey bringing him up. He was just trying to throw stuff at the wall and see if
as long as he knows his game is flawed, and he needs to work on some things, because if he doesn't and he thinks he's already got his swing figured out and that's it, then he's not going to last long in MLB next season.
Well, I'll tell you what's not helpful is that AAA Pacific Coast League where Sacramento plays. It's just a bunch of bandboxes with you're up in Salt Lake at altitude. You're in, I don't know what it is, New Mexico,
Reno.
Vegas, Reno. Yeah, you think you're a home run hitter until you get to the bigs and you realize, oh shit, it's not going out like I thought it would.
Yeah, I went to Long Beach State, and I lived with Troy Tulowitzki, and a couple guys on that team hit like 15 jacks in high school in Reno, in the Valley, whatever. And then when they actually got to Long Beach State, their power didn't transfer. There's such a thing with like climate and how the ball carries at wherever you're playing. It's real for sure. And the Giants have the hardest park in the bigs to probably the air's thicker than anywhere else.
Yeah, but, he's the kind of guy that has the power to hit right through the marine layer. So maybe it does work, but I just think it would kind of mess with your brain to go, play in Reno and then come into Pac Bell here.
But he was still striking out a ton in AAA too. Like that's his game. He either hits a bomb or he strikes out, and that's that's the Farhan type of Giants. That's just how baseball players are these days. That's the new way of teaching guys how to hit, and I hate it. I don't like that.
You know what else I don't like? I don't like the way the Cal Bears played this weekend.
Oh.
I didn't like it one bit, but it was exactly what we all thought might happen.
Hey, before you do that, can I give one moment of happiness? Because before I get really into despair,
sad and somber, sure.
The Oakland Ballers won.
Your mic's off.
Well, we lost Joe,
and I'm back.
He's back.
I was trying to talk about happy things, and my mic just went off. Okay,
he muted you for talking about the Oakland Ballers.
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of cool. I didn't go to any games. I just kind of can't get excited about Pioneer League baseball, but they're down 2-1 in best of 5 series, and they snuck out the championship. And I kind of see all my old A's brethren going to the games and some of the same chants and colors and shirts and cheers and let's go Oakland stuff, and makes kind of warms my heart to see that come around a little bit. So hooray for the Ballers, and I might just have to go to a few more games next year. Now, would you like to make me sad and talk about Cal's game?
Another thing that relates to the Ballers, the Valkyries had a very impressive year. I watched the second half of their playoff game where they got ousted, but they went down to the wire with who the hell was that? I forgot what city that team's from. I mean, who cares? But Valkyries.
I keep seeing my boy Pods. He's like fan number 1, I guess. I don't know.
I know. I hear him on the radio talking about the Valks constantly, but. Funny thing is, they had to play in San Jose for their
playoffs,
season-deciding playoff game, because the Chase Center booked the tennis thing that was going on. What is it?
The tennis thing was pretty cool. The Laver Cup.
Laver, okay. Not a tennis guy, so. But I do
you
love
should
my
be a tennis
Valks.
guy. Your son is supposed to be some kind of superstar Spanish tennis player, I thought.
Well, my wife is related to some fool named Del Potro in Spain. I guess he played tennis and he was good.
The greatest tennis player currently is Spanish, so maybe
Alcaraz, right? Yeah. No, I mean that's great. I just wasn't, I remember Deanna and Artie going out to play tennis, but I didn't do it myself.
Well, I'll take your son out to play tennis if you need it.
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
I'll take Huddy to go run some seams and some outs. And
yeah.
Some fades.
There you go.
And just
teach him how to gamble.
That's right. Also, guys,
this is called the under. This is a parlay.
Man City is my new favorite team in the EPL, and they
how convenient
had a 1-0 lead until the 93rd minute, and ended up in a tie. So lost that one too. This was one of the worst gambling weekends I've ever had in my life. But yeah, go ahead.
All right, make me sad, Dave. Well, the Cowboys.
I tried.
No, that's the victory.
Yeah,
It was
You're
so
right.
shitty, man. It was the worst. We were 3-0. We, thought we had a potential season on the brink that maybe there's some kind of playoff situation in our fantasy. And then it all came crashing down to reality.
Well, that's a perfect
So
clip for
sad.
that.
They played like horseshit. It didn't start off so bad. The first drive, it was like, I don't know, it had to be at least a 10-play drive. And they went for it on fourth down, I think twice, and got it. And then they tried it a third time
I
at the
don't
goal
know.
line.
I thought that was a big mistake. The third one. I don't know why. It was only 4th and 2. I was like, oh, they could score. But I was like, something tells me
if you go for it and get it twice, you're like, oh, let's just keep doing it. And they didn't get it. And they never scored the rest of the game.
I didn't like how they pulled everybody with like 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That was pretty pathetic, I thought.
It was a pathetic game all over the place. So the field goal kicker missed one. One of the running backs, they couldn't run the ball for squadouche. They couldn't get more than 2 yards. And the one time they did, fumbled the ball and the guy returned it for a touchdown. There was
a lot of drop passes. A lot of drop passes.
Yeah, my bingo card was full of shit. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. It was horrible. And then there's nothing worse than a college football season when you lose your first game and you realize it's all over. You lost one game, it's all done.
I think last year's Miami loss was a little worse just because they were a top 10 team and we were up the entire game. We were the San Diego State last year in that game, and then all of a sudden it disappeared.
Yeah.
So that one hurt more than this one. This one, they were just toast from the jump.
Realistic expectations, Joe. They're real now. We can win again. We can lose again.
Yeah. I think they had with their favorite. They were supposed to get 5.5 wins was the line for the year for the 12 games. And it's looking a little bit more like that. I was thinking we might get up at around 9 wins. I think I just went back down to reality town. No. So the next game they have is at Boston College on Saturday. Ooh, I hope they can turn it around.
Doesn't that remind you of 2006 or whatever that was when Boston College was they're the team we were trying to replace at the number 1 spot? Remember at Oktoberfest?
I certainly remember that. I didn't realize that Boston College was the number 1
Boston College
team.
Was they had their best year.
The Kevin Riley, I broke my foot game.
Yeah,
Kevin Riley didn't break his foot. I think I did, but
I kicked something too. I think.
Yeah,
I remember that. Definitely hurt my foot.
Anyway, the other thing that kind of hurt about this game is just how pitiful the offensive line was. I know I mentioned it, but they just literally got just obliterated. And JKS, I'm not saying his whole name today. I'm mad at him. We're just gonna go JKS. He threw some amazing passes, to be honest, and then
he did drops.
Yeah, just drops. It seems like he would just dump them in from the sky and right in their hands, and they would drop them.
Yeah,
he's 18 years old. This guy, he's not going to have every pass.
Hamper or whatever.
Hamper
kept
sucks.
dropping them.
That guy's awful.
Anyway, but then he kind of he couldn't stay in the pocket. No, his receivers weren't catching the ball, and he started pressing, and he just started winging it around. One thing I thought that who was it? Randy Cross was the color commentator. He was saying that his footwork, he needs to work on his footwork a little bit. And I was like, oh yeah, I can kind of see that. He's a little bit lazy in his footwork, and sometimes when he needs to readjust to his throw. So there's something to work on, but he still has the prettiest ball going.
Yep.
Ex-Niner Randy Cross? I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Nice.
3-time champion Randy Cross.
Nice. Let's play a game of what Niner has how many championships. Ronnie Lott, go.
3.
Yeah.
4.
4?
He won in 81. He was there in 89 too, right?
Yep. Jerry Rice, shoot.
3.
John Taylor, go.
2.
3.
This is fun.
Sense.
Jesse Sapolo.
4.
I think he's got 4. I think he was on the 85 team too.
Yeah, or I say the
84. 84 is correct.
Yeah. Charles Haley.
With 2. The Niners, 2. And 3
total.
with the Cowboys.
2. with the 49ers, and then 2 more
Three
with
with
the
three
three
with the
more.
3 with the Cowboys. He's
He
number
was
2
on
all
four of
time.
those Cowboys teams.
He's kind of Robert Ory-ish.
Steve Young says no, but Charles Haley was actually like a force. He was a factor.
Robert Ory was not bad.
He wasn't. I mean,
He wasn't quite
averaged
as good
like
as Charles
8 points
Haley,
a game,
probably,
That was pretty good. 3.
3.
correct. And he started a lot of those games in the late '80s Super Bowls in the regular season.
Too bad nobody could get 5. I guess Montana's the closest to it, maybe. I don't know.
Well, yeah, the other guys do because they played on multiple teams. But is there no one with 5?
On the Niners? No.
No,
Barton?
nobody was on the 81 and 94.
Only
team.
Charles Haley has 5, and then after that, Tom Brady's got, 7?
God damn it, Dave. We're talking about only on the Niners. Jesus Christ. Who
was the kicker? The punter. Were they there for all of them?
Yeah, Kofor.
Oh, Kofer's hated that guy.
No. Kofor and
Kofer was gone.
Shit, who's the
was
punter? I don't remember.
Who was the punter? How many does Dwight Clark have, Dave? Just to you.
I'm going to go with 2.
Correct. Nice. How many does Brent Jones have?
1.
2.
He got 1 early in his career?
3. He's got
He has
3.
3?
Yeah.
He's got 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that makes sense because he was the next in line. So 2 for Dwight.
How many does John Frank have? Do you know who John Frank is?
I'm going to go 2.
I think so. I don't really know, but yeah. He was the tight end that Brent Jones replaced.
Yeah, I mean, Jesse Zapolo, 49er from 83 to 97.
Is he the closest?
He was pretty close. I think he's the closest. I mean, Ronnie Lott could have done
Ronnie
if
Lott,
he
Montana.
continued on the Niners in 94.
That was his first year away?
I don't know when he left to go to the Raiders, but
He was on the Jets, too.
he was, yeah, right. I
But
think
yeah,
he's
he was
still playing.
gone, I think, in like 91 or 92 or something.
Well, fellas,
Have you guys watched? You guys really need to watch this Dallas Cowboys documentary.
I watched it.
Did you?
It is
Did you
really
watch-
good.
Did you watch the 92, 93, 94 NFC Championship games?
Yeah.
Oh,
You mean
did they
like
show when
back
the
in the
Niners
day?
beat 'em?
Or just from the episode?
From the episodes.
Yeah, I watch all of the episodes. So of
You
course,
watched
I
all
saw
that?
it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's really good. It's very entertaining. I definitely think you enjoy it, Jake. The variety of players they get interviewing, the whole context of both these two juggernauts going after each other. It's really entertaining. And the reality is, like, I hated the Cowboys all those years, but I feel for so many of those players even after watching that. Even though I knew I hated them, just because of what happened and the way it all went down. Jerry Jones is definitely like scummy, but also you can appreciate like what he did for them, but also how lucky he got.
So it's not just like a puff piece about the Cowboys?
Oh no, it's a really quality sports
No.
doc.
So it
it's a
shows
good
like
sports
Jimmy
doc.
Johnson's big breakup with...
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it goes way deep.
Because looking back on it, I like Jimmy Johnson a lot because he was the man in Miami.
Me too.
He's pretty here's the one that surprised me because I fucking loathe the Cowboys.
Barry
Hate-
Switzer's a party animal apparently too.
Barry Switzer is the guy that I was like, I didn't know I liked you, Barry Switzer, but you seem
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Mike Silver said, "Oh yeah, Barry Switzer, guys, he's like Charlie Sheen of football." I
Yeah,
had no clue.
I had no
Barry
idea. I hated him for all that time.
Yeah.
Barry Switzer admits in the doc, which is very sad, that he believes he was the cause of his mom committing suicide, which is like a jaw-dropping moment. So like, it was a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Cool. That's a good
And,
talk.
and then Michael Irvin's got his own, handful of
yeah.
chapters.
Did they talk about the White House?
Oh yeah, big time.
I was kind of hoping we'd learn more about Alvin Harper because I remember he did more damage to the Niners than anybody, but he never even got interviewed.
The thing that bothered me
Big
the
chat.
most about this documentary is the Cowboys were really good and they had good position players: Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman,
Their
Alvin
O-line
Harper, Michael
was the best
Irvin.
part.
all this.
O-line.
But
Larry
the
Allen.
offensive line is the best of all time.
It's the greatest
The
O-line
best-
of all time.
Larry Allen,
Larry
the best, Nate Newton, Mark Tuinei. I know these freaking guys that they were beating our butt for all those years. And that was the best offensive line of all time, and they did not really dive into it so much, except Eric Adams getting hurt.
Yeah,
that's it.
They didn't really cover him.
Nate Newton got popped for like having 50 pounds of weed in his car. They got into a lot of trouble. They're like TMZ guys. Oh yeah, and Larry Allen was a Niner, I believe.
He was. Yeah, that was weird. Weird times.
Oh. That was on the Mike Nolan Niners or something, maybe.
But it was just like so, just refreshing or just nostalgic to see.
The nostalgia was great.
See the stick in those 92, 94 NFC Championship games. Like, those muddy games.
The slop they played in. Yeah.
I don't know. Something about like that is just not what I envision when I think of the Levi Stadium. You know, it's a different thing.
Are the Niners a really big part of the whole documentary?
Yeah. They have all the big guys. They have Steve Young and Jerry Rice and who else?
They didn't do any Joe Montana, but they interviewed
the catcher.
Romanowski gets interviewed.
Yeah, they talk about that a little bit.
Romanowski was great in it.
Oh yeah, Romo was great. Well, Charles Haley Romo.
Charles Haley was in it a ton. He was great.
I spit on JJ Stokes' face.
They're always high. Those rat asses always have high pitched voices.
I mean,
when I was playing for the Broncos, I didn't care. I spit on JJ's face because I don't care. I'm crazy.
Romo's crazy. Like that guy's ready to like run into a train. Just bananas.
Such a strange dude, but like I loved him as a player.
Oh, yeah. Wish they had Ken Norton get interviewed because he was on both sides too. But
how was he not in? He's a huge football guy. He's isn't he coaching at USC right now?
Didn't want to be interviewed for it, I guess. But plenty with Jimmy, plenty with Troy Aikman was in it a ton, as you would expect. Yeah,
White Jay-Z. Hey guys, so what are you drinking and what are you wearing?
Home daddies.
Jake, what are you doing on Friday?
Oh yeah, guys. Here's what's happening on Friday. We're gonna try to wash out the taste of Nick Bosa being out for the year with a refreshing podcast, I guess video cast, whatever you call the YouTube things. Are we going live or no?
Live, baby. Live Friday at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 Eastern.
Okay, so we're going to have Paul McCaffrey, friend
Eastern.
of the show, and Ted Ramey, voice of your South Bay sports squads, the Earthquakes and the Sharks. And where I brought a prop. Well, okay, not finding my prop, but we're going to talk about you too. And how does that relate to the Niners, the Giants, and the Warriors? Well, honestly, it doesn't really, but we're going to make it relate to the Giants, Niners, and Warriors. If you guys watch Paulie Mack and Tony, they're big music guys, and we all enjoy music quite a bit. So we're going to have a fun special edition pod with two of the biggest personalities in Bay Area sports on Friday at 3 p.m.
Plus Jake.
Oh yeah, plus me, the weird guy from the Subaru commercials that all you Giants fans.
I was just doing my Jake impression of you doing a Jack Nicholson impression for a Subaru commercial.
Let me see your nod.
Pretty good.
Not bad. Damn it! I brought a Bono toy out here, but I can't find it. Anyway,
Bono toy.
Is it very similar to the toy that I mentioned in last week's pod?
Yeah, it's Shohei and Bono.
You can have it here in Gypsy's Trinket Corner.
Okay.
6'4" Asian baseball player, 5'6" Irish singer, activist, same guy.
Both can be on either side of a rainbow. All right. And with that, I think we're going to bid you all adieu.
Hold on. Not yet.
Ho!
What's the Giants score?
They lost.
All right, whatever. I guess we will bid you adieu.
Adios, pelota. It's been a hell of a season. Get ready for the Warriors, the next team on deck. No Jonathan can make a news for today.
Every Thursday, you can catch Zach Araya with me, and get used to him leaving the pod mid pod or showing up late or something. There's always something going on there. It's a wacky, wild time. So
if you'd like to join Thursday Night Live, just email us, text us, Instagram us. At Hum Daddies.
Thursday at what? 8:00, guys.
8:30.
8:30, and come visit the Hum Daddies on the Jagoff bus in Santa Clara on Sunday.
We'll see you Sunday. Hum Daddies.
Go Niners.
Hum Daddy.